Hi, welcome to the small shed. This Saturday I'm repairing my Bosch belt sander. See you in a minute. Now I've had this machine for probably 15 or 20 years and it's given good service. But I was using it the other week at Menning Sheds on the Palletwood Land Rover and it stopped working, which I thought was as straightforward enough as a belt gone, but it turns out it's a bit more complex than that. Let's go and have a look at it. It was being used today at Menning Sheds to tidy up the Land Rover, Palletwood Land Rover, and do some sanding on it, and has stopped working. Motor goes, but the belt doesn't. And my first thought when I was there was, oh, this is an easy fix, it'll be the belt that's gone. But it looks like it's going to be a bit deeper than that, because when I pulled the side off it, which is where the belt resides, the belt is intact on its pulley. So we'll unplug it and have a look and see what's going on. There's something obviously pretty much serious gone on in the transmission between the belt and the motor, or the belt drive and the motor. I think it's just dust, because after a lot of fuss and bother it's come apart. Does just come off, but you can see from the amount of stuff that's in that back end, it's just caked in filth. So there is a spur gear which is driving on that shaft through the middle. There's a bit of wear on it, but otherwise I can't see any reason why it shouldn't work. Just wondering if it was just literally full of stuff that was stopping it from working. Can lift the motor out, have a look and see. Because I can't see how I can get the gearbox out without taking that end pulley off, and I can't get that end pulley out. So I don't know, we'll just take the engine out, the motor out, and see what happens. If that makes it any easier to see what's going on. So there's a front housing, a motor, that's it. And there is a washer, there we are, that's where what's happened. The front bearing on the motor looks like it's disintegrated, front and back. So yeah, the actual bearing has completely collapsed. The cage that holds the balls in on the back is all tangled up and twisted and broken. What I thought was damage to the teeth is literally just muck in there, and there isn't, I don't think, anything wrong with the main drive. The question is whether I can pull that bearing off and whether it's available as a spare. A fan behind it which is plastic, so I've got nothing to force against. It almost needs like a puller. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 balls in there, and there should be a lot more. It should be the same as that one. It's like a sealed bearing, but it's obvious that the covers have come off presumably all the rubbish has got in, and that's just disintegrated the cage, just bent all shapes. So on the face of it, it's a simple one, it's just a new bearing. The question is whether I can get a new bearing and whether I can get the old one off. So I will go away and do a little bit of research and see if I can't sort myself a new bearing. It may just be that I end up cutting this off with a Dremel or something, because it wouldn't take much to get the balls out and just get back to the basic cage. It's obviously got warm because there's a little bit of distortion in the bearing housing where the axle's been running close to it, and it's actually got warm, I think, and burnt it I mean. But no, we'll clean this up, go and see what I can find out and see how I get on when I know a bit more. I've just thought that chances are that this will be a bearing that's readily available anyway. All I need really is the shaft size, which is 8mm. Both ends. That's okay. So it's 8mm internal diameter. The outside diameter is 22, well 21.98, I'm not going to get that, 22mm. I'll just double check on the broken one. Yep, 21.98, 21.99. And the thickness, so on the outside diameter 22mm outside diameter, and we want a width 7mm. So if I can get a 7mm wide, 22mm outside diameter, 8mm inside diameter sealed bearing, got to be sealed by the amount of rubbish that you're getting in here, that should then literally drop into the housing, and all I would need to do then is cut that off there with a Dremel or thereabouts, and what I'll also do is mark the position it was at before it came off, and then that way I'll know exactly where it's got to go back on to. Right, let's go searching the internet. Right, so we are now 2 or 3 days further on. When did I have I took it apart on Tuesday. Monday I took it apart. Today is Friday. I went on the internet and, as I thought, found Bosch spares for this machine. Pretty much anything is available. It's one of the advantages of not buying cheap tools. I mean, I'm all for buying cheap tools, they have their place, but if, for example, my Guild drill broke now, I suspect I wouldn't be able to get any parts for it, as I've found out to my cost with the planer thicknesser. This is probably 10-15 years old, and spares are readily available for it, so it does mean you can sometimes salvage a good machine that's got nothing much wrong with it. The part which I needed, the bearing, was about £9 or something, I think, all in as a cost. And then I had a thought, and I went on to, I just put sealed bearings or sealed ball bearings into the internet on eBay, and the very first thing that came up was in fact this bearing, 7mm wide, 22mm outer, 8mm shaft. So it's obviously a standard bearing, and I think it was about £1.20 something, or £2, something like that. So I have got a replacement which is the same, which appears to be a pretty good fit onto that shaft. I'll probably put a bit of Loctite on it. So I've got the bearing now to replace. What I'm going to, I've also changed slightly my view on how I'm going to get that off. I was going to use a Dremel. Thinking about it, I'm less inclined to do that because it's quite, if it gets through the collar, it'll then start and score into the shaft. What I'm going to do is to use my little finger sander and just gently go in with that. It is hardened, that steel, so it'll be a while, it'll take a while to do it. Come at it from both sides perhaps till it's become so weak that it'll just hopefully fall apart and come off. I am going to wear some glasses for this. I'm not very good in the safety equipment usually, but the one thing I am pretty much bothered by is getting something like sparks in your eyes. So I'm just going to quietly work at this now, gently, make sure it doesn't get too hot, because otherwise it'll get into the shaft, and then that's why I mean the ideal thing to do would be to get a blow lamp on this and get it warm. It might well come off, but because there's a plastic fan behind it, I don't want that heat getting down the shaft. Right, that's got it to the point now. The beauty of using that file is that it's got a rounded end on it, and you can start to see just where it goes through to the shaft. And I've done both sides. This side you can't even see the shaft, but you can see almost distortion in the metal because it's so thin. So I think now I can probably either prise it off, or yeah, it's just, there is so little of it left now holding anything. It's fractured along that line there. What's going on now? Right, pop that back into place now. That bearing is sitting where it should. The other one's in its housing, and if I turn the motor, everything's running nicely. So I'm just going to put the rest of it back together now, reassemble it if I can remember how it went, and we'll see if we've got anywhere. No bits left except one broken bearing and half a brush, which we know about. Let us now see. We've got to plug it in. See what happens. And we're in business. Right, that's it, ready to go back to work. So there we are, I'm quite pleased with that. For a couple of quid we've got it back on the road and running again. So it's hopefully going to give me a few more years service. I'll get some more brushes for it because it's living on borrowed time on those now, but it is working, and it's something we can go back to many sheds next week and make a start on doing some more work prepping for painting. Hope it was of interest. Look forward to seeing you next week. We'll be mending or repairing or doing something different. I'll see you then. Bye.